Hello, and welcome to an episode of Dexter Loves Annie. Those of you who follow me on Instagram won't be surprised to see me, but some of you might be, because I'm supposed to be recovering from an operation right now. I'll talk about this at the end. If you want to know, stick around. But I'm not there. I'm here. This is real time. Well, not real time. I'm recording real time. It's not pre-recorded. Yeah, I'm here. Anyway, so this is my knitting, crochet, crafting, designing podcast. My name is Kat. I'm coming to you from Buckinghamshire in England, and it's getting warm today. So let's get on with talking about this so I can take it off. It is surprisingly warm. Now then, I made one of these before. I didn't like it. Turns out I made it too big. Story of my life. But with this it is really, really important, because when I made it before, it really stuck out here and it just looked terrible. You have to do it tight. So I did, and yeah, I ended up doing like size 3, which is crazy. I haven't been tiny since my late teens, early 20s. Not that size 3 is tiny, but in comparison to what I've made in the past, it most certainly is. So let's get the pattern out for you. This pattern is called Sleeve Vibes, and it is by Sashiko Bergin. I don't know. That's the pattern. Obviously it's full sleeved, and you can see from the picture actually it comes down a bit longer here, which is something I'm going to talk about. Yeah, it does. So yeah, maybe my gauge is off. Maybe I need to check on my gauge. So this actually does fit me properly. I decided to do short sleeves because it's still warm. It's summer, but it's really handy just for coming. I'm wearing a lot of these sort of play suits at the moment, but I also like to wear sort of nice soft bras, and they've all got crazy patterns on. I've got dinosaurs, I've got bats, I've got all sorts. So, you know, if I want to cover up my shoulders and just not have the patterns on display as much, because sometimes they do clash, this is it. I don't love the fit, and I'm hoping that blocking it will do the trick. The rib is kicking out a bit at the back, except it's not now. But yeah, it feels like it's kicking out a bit, and I think maybe I did the rib in the wrong size needle. I couldn't be bothered to get my glasses out just to check the size, and I should have done it in the 3, and I have a feeling I did it in the 3.5. I didn't realise until I did this rib. So we'll see. I'm going to block it and see how it sits. But the other thing I might do is actually unpick this and make it slightly longer. I don't love where it sits, where it's just it's a me thing. It's a body image thing. It's showing too much of the, you know, the chunky bits around your armpits for my taste. So I might be unpicking this, which I did Italian bind off, sewn bind off. I'm getting quite fast at it, but it would be quite sadistic of me to unpick it and redo it again. But if that's what I want, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let me take it off so I can talk. Yeah, take it off so I can talk about it. So it's ever so titchy, very cute. I'm going to do another one straight away. I started this Monday, finished it, just finished the rib just now. Today's Friday, and I have worked 2 afternoons this week, so it's not been full-time or anything, and I have been doing other stuff as well. So quick knit. Yeah, you can see here where the ribs kicking out. I really do think I've done it on the wrong needles. So yeah, I think I'm going to end up unpicking that, to be honest. Doubling up that rib. Now the neckline. The pattern calls for a long tail cast on. I don't know why. I don't understand why, because it's quite tight and it would have strangled me the way it was. So what I actually did was I unpicked the cast on edge and then knitted the rib up from there. So let's see if we can get a good, yeah. So it doesn't look bad. You can't tell that I have picked the bottom end of the stitches up and knitted backwards essentially on these. It's much looser, it's much nicer, and I feel like somebody's asked me to show them the unpicking cast on edges before, so I might actually do a little video about that. I might do a little sample and do a video about that, just comparing these ribs. I think I did use the right needle. Anyway. Yeah, so there it is. I'm really happy with that. I think I probably will unpick that. I'll block it first, I think, because why make more pain for yourself if it will be remedied in blocking. I have obviously left all the tails because I don't like to do the final chop on the ends until it's properly blocked and a little bit worked in. So yeah, that is going to get a lot of wear, that. It's so cute. It's like a little child's top. But I love it. So that is whip number 1 done within a few days. I have got another, no, that's not whip, that is a finished object. It's an FO. Next finished object, I was determined to get this done before my operation on 11. That didn't happen. But they're done. Woohoo! Let's get, oh god, not made life easy for myself, am I? Let's get one on a sock blocker. Not that they're that exciting, to be fair, because it is literally just a vanilla sock, but it is a shorty. There you go. So 8 rows of rib, 8 rows of ankle, as best as good as we're going to get it, because it's black. Heel flap and gusset, slip stitch heel, usual kind of decreased toe, and yeah, they're great. Haven't worn them yet, obviously. Yeah, another pair of socks in the bag. The yarn I used is, the green is a Yarn Whisperer colourway. Might not still be doing it, but it was called Tannenbaum and it was in a advent. The black has been dyed by Olive Tree yarns. I'll put everything down below, I always do. Yeah, I wanted a black yarn just to do the odd contrast stuff, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. That contrasts nicely. Where's my parlour finished? There we go. Right, next one. I have been nimble needles this last week. I have been motivated in my disappointment, shall we say. It's very, very difficult to really explain emotions. Anyway, this old bad boy is done. Now, I did end up using the big buttons. I think I might regret it. And I've done them too far over. But I don't care. It's done. It's bloody heavy. It's washed and blocked. The green has kind of faded into the white a bit and dyed it a bit. Not terribly happy about that because it was a lovely crisp white. I was going to overstitch the feet in black, but I can't be bothered. I did the pockets the way the pattern suggests, which is to pick up stitches from the rib and knit a panel up and then sew it down. I've done that. It's going to be a lovely warm cardigan. It's going to do what it needs to do, keep me warm. I am pissed off about the green melting into the white, but I guess that's what happens with white, especially when I'm around. Can't keep white clean no matter what I do. So yeah, love it. That is a Tin Can Knits pattern. It is the classic cardigan, basic cardigan. I found the Colourwork chart on a free scarf pattern and just used it on that. Obviously it's a bit bigger than what the scarf came out as. Yeah, that got finished this week, and here comes my husband to interrupt. Honestly, the bloke has radar on when I'm trying to film. Anyway, we've just had a 20-minute interlude. Right, so we're into whips now because that's all my finished objects, but that's 3 in the last 2 weeks, so that I'm feeling pretty smug about that. This one I am delighted with. I am so happy with it. I love it. I'm looking forward to finishing it, but I did pack it away because I finished it before the date of my op, and I thought, right, we'll just pack it away. It's going to be too heavy to lift for the first few weeks, maybe, or too much, just too much. So I packed it away thinking, right, I'll get to it when I'm ready, and it's next. So let's be getting on with it. Hey, here she is. You've seen that bit. So we have mountains and trees, and let me come around the side. We have tents and a campfire and a motorhome and a caravan and some more trees, and it's finished, apart from the sleeves, obviously. So I'm now debating, do I want to do long sleeves or short sleeves? Because there's pictures of both and I like both in the actual pattern online. Doesn't look that flattering on right now, but I do look pregnant with twins. I look full-term pregnant with twins, and they still seem to be growing at an alarming rate. So yeah, I haven't decided. My Colourwork at the top there, I mean, I can see the progression of my Colourwork experience in this, so I can see that it's kind of really janky. There are bits that have just sort of pulled in so much because I haven't spread the yarn across enough. Somebody else sort of said, oh, I'd love to do that, but my Colourwork isn't that good. Well, mine wasn't, clearly, at the beginning, but by the time you get halfway down, it's better. And it's not so bad that I can't wear it. Once I block it out, it will be better. So if you are on the fence about trying a Colourwork jumper, just do it. Just do it. There's plenty of videos out there about how to do it successfully. It might take you a bit of practice. You might have to do a swatch, or a couple of swatches, or maybe do a pair of socks first. Check out Stone Knits for Colourwork socks. It's neater in 4-ply than it is in like the Aran. You can see I've caught the same floats all the way down there, and it's coming open there. Don't love that. It's all a learning curve, and at the end of the day, that's on the back, so I don't care. Yeah, it's all a learning curve, and you're going to get better at it eventually. So, you know, if you want to do it, go for it. You can't fail. What is the saying? See, I'm trying to be clever and pick the saying out, but yeah, I don't know. It's gone. Blimey. But yeah, you can't say you failed if you never tried. And I think trying is the new not failing. There you go. Just absolutely bastardize a very coherent saying into something not very coherent at all. So do it. Take away. Just do it. Oh God. What's that? Adidas have put just do it. So the pattern. I did get everything organised and then I've dumped loads of stuff on top. The pattern. Choose your own adventure. So you can see she's got long sleeved and short sleeved here. I quite like the short sleeves. I do get very warm very quickly. That one seems to be longer in the body as well. That's a lot more flattering actually, that length on her. Might have to think about that for the next one. But yeah, so Choose Your Own Adventure by Grey Owl Knits. There's 11 charts to choose from. A lot of them didn't really relate to me and my camping experience, and I wanted it to relate. So that's what we did. I can go down there now. The yarn is my favourite. No, not Flowville. Valley yarns. Huntingdon. 4-ply. It's a superwash merino with some nylon in, because it's a sock yarn primarily. It is a little splitty, I'm not going to lie. I did get a little bit frustrated with it at times, but I still love it. The trouble is I now need to find a new supplier, because I've gotten really frustrated with Lovecrafts. Let's just say it how it is, because I don't normally name and shame dyers and designers when they do things that I don't agree with. But Lovecrafts, I know a lot of people that have got annoyed with them because they say things are out of stock. You've got to sign up for an email thing to say when things come back into stock, and it can be that it never happens. And this is what's happened with my nephew's cardigan. It's been saying out of stock for weeks and weeks and weeks now, and what they do have of stock, some of the colours that they do have of stock, they're just whittling down and down and down. And I'm just at that point where if you discontinue, if you're not going to stock it anymore, just blooming say so. I've got half a cardigan. I'm pointing out there because it's in the shed at the moment. I had to tidy up. Yeah, if you're not going to stock it anymore, just say so. Don't let us sit here with half a completed jumper. That's annoying. I have found another stockist. I've had to buy another 6 balls, 4 or 6 balls, when I only need maybe a quarter of a ball, but it's fine. I can use it on other stuff. That's the only way I'm going to get his top finished. So yeah, that's annoying. So Lovecraft sell Valley yarns, and I need to see if I can find somebody else that stocks it, because I'm done. So anyway, the next one that I'm going to do in this Colourwork series, I have showed you it before, but the printout wasn't very good because I was running out of ink. So I'm doing this so that you can see it properly. This is the next one I'm doing. Choose Your Own Garden. There are a ton of charts in here. I don't know whether she numbers them. No, she hasn't numbered how many charts she's got in here. No. But yeah, that's going to happen next. If you're interested in this one, I urge you to go and look through the test knitters versions of this, because somebody did a dress because they clearly couldn't decide between all of the charts. They're just so amazing. And yeah, it's tempting, but I would boil alive. Oh dear. So yeah, that's going to be hard. I might have to make 2 just so I can use all the charts that I like. Next in line, I've got a little hat on the go. It's one of my little stitch markers. It's a balloon dog. They're available in my Folksy shop, which obviously I've reopened. I closed it for when I thought I was going down to surgery. It's reopened for now. It's just a 2x2 rib at the moment. Very boring. He shrunk the one I made him. I made him a spinnaker beanie. I'm not faffing about with cabling because he ruined the last one. He's just getting a rib one. It's nice, similar colour. It's the colour he wants, sort of to go with all of his fishing gear, sort of camo colour. It's going to be lovely and warm. I'll probably do it an extra inch longer than I would normally so that it covers his ears. He doesn't want a pom-pom on it because, I mean, he loves pom-poms. It's great. But he wants to be able to pull his hoodie up over the top as well, keep the chill off his neck. So he'll have that when it actually gets cold. I've held off making him a new one because, you know, when somebody shrinks something you've spent over a week making, you don't replace it straight away, even though they're very, very sorry. That just it is how it is. Okay, so we're going to go on to the I've been a naughty girl and done some shopping to console myself portion of the video. And I was a naughty girl. So the first treat that I got myself is another project bag. I do not need any more project bags. This is made by Duckpool Lane. She's on, I think she was Etsy or Folksy. Link will be down below. So ducks and geese. Very cute. And then the next thing I did, this is going to rustle. I went a bit crazy shopping for yarn. But there is a method to this madness. So this one, isn't it pretty? She had a sale, so they were not very much money at all. I think there was something like £12.50 for the 100-gram skein. Woolly Mama, if you've been following my advent, my DIY advent, I've already bought some from her. You haven't seen it because I did it in black and white, but yeah, I've already bought from her. She had a sale. This is the sock base. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It's 4-ply. It's colourway gelato. That is the right way up, isn't it? Yeah. I bought 3 of these because I thought this would do really well on that Colourwork sweater, the garden one. I thought it's got all pretty colours, as long as I can get a decent contrast with it, because the previous one, let me show you. The base, that base colour is supposed to be grey. Clearly not grey. So I'm going to have to rethink the base, but that's fine. Actually, I think Skein on the Stitch does a nice grey. I've got one skein of it. I might have to see if she's got any more. So I think you need 300 of the contrast and 400 of the base colour, I think. I'll see where I get to when I finished my camping one, but I could just do short sleeves again. And then I was not satisfied with just those 3. So I've got that one as well. And that is called Water Nymph. And that again is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 4-ply fingering, 100-gram skein. And again, Woolly Mama. There is a colourway that she does that's absolutely my colours, green and purple, absolutely stunning. She'd run out because, of course, it's her, you know, best one. So she'd run out by the time I realised that she was doing that colourway, and I could have got it in the sale if I'd been a bit faster, but I wasn't. Boo. I'll have to wait till she makes some more. Then I got influenced. Damn you, social media. Oh no, I think it was somebody's. No, it was Instagram. This lady, Amy Munson. I'm trying to print everything out in A5, which means it's smaller, and I need my reading glasses on to read them. but I'm supposed to wear my reading glasses to knit anyway, so it kind of forces me into doing something I should be doing anyway. So the Ravelry listing is basically, it's almost like one of those knit-alongs where they update the patterns, but what they're doing is they're updating a pattern every month, and they're for little jumpers for your Christmas decorations. So this one is called the Summer Holiday Sweater. Doesn't look very summer holiday-ish to me. Looks more Christmassy, but I don't know whether maybe the holiday is used in that way that you guys in the US say holiday. You say holiday at Christmas because there's lots of other people having celebrations that aren't necessarily Christmas. So I don't know. I don't care. It's cute. I love it. Then July's Santa sweater. So awesome. Little Santa. And then the next one is the August Snowman sweater. It's in sport weight, which, as we've discussed before, not something I stock, I use. So I've had to go shopping again. Oh no, don't be too sad for me. That is all done in knit picks, which we can't get over here. Very frustrating. So I went on to, I think it was Laughing Hen's website, and they said that this yarn is sport weight, and they didn't have all the colours that I needed. So I looked for it on Warehouse, and they did have all the colours that I wanted. And then after I checked out, I realised that it's saying that it's actually DK. Very annoying. What does it say on the band? It doesn't actually say on the band. It's also 100% cotton, so I don't know how that's going to compare to the actual those, because they're yarn. This a wool yarn. It's got a bit of a tooth to it, but I'm going to do it. I don't care. So I did go shopping, and I did get all of the colours. And they're only £1.35 a ball. So, if it doesn't work out, I've only spent a tenner, and these can be used for something else. Ooh, it's alive. That's Santa's face colour. Two more. The brown. That's a yummy brown, actually. So hopefully that will work out. I'm rooting for it. I like it. And then, because why would you pay for postage when you can actually use that money to make it free postage? I don't know, as you do. So I have bought this Coop Knits Socks 4-ply, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And it's in the colourway Sugar Light. The colourway seems to be all gems, although they don't. I mean, I've worked with gems quite a lot, and none of them really seem to match up to the actual gems. Like the carnelian is carnelians are orange, and the carnelian yarn is brown. So it's not a logical way for me to remember it, but good for her. I'm going to make another one of those little tops in this, and I'm going to make the sleeves longer all the way down, because I actually bought myself a pretty dress this week. I was out having lunch with my sister, and we walked past this little boutique. Now, she is the manager of a hotel near to where I live, and it is an abbey that's been made up into a hotel, and it's in a beautiful little village. And you walk past loads and loads of boutique shops on the high street, and it's just a lovely place to be. And we walked past this boutique shop, and there's this dress in the window, and they're handmade, but they were having a sale. I think they're closing down, maybe. I don't know what's happening, but it was reduced to £20 for this lovely pink dress. I mean, it looks terrible on me now because giant belly, but it's so pretty. It's pink, I'm really looking forward to having a body that I can put clothes on and not feel awful in soon. So I bought it, and then I thought that in a sort of a purpley colour to go over the shoulders, because by the time I actually get to wear it, it's going to be cooler. I'm happy. I'm really excited to actually be better and be able to move and not be so knackered. And yeah. So life, thank you for being here. If you're done with this, before we go, actually, I want to say we have a new podcaster on the scene. My friend Mackenzie, she has just done her first episode of her podcast, and she's called Coddy Wamples and Coffee. I'll put it all down below. Go check her out, give her some love. She did an excellent first episode, and I'm looking forward to more, so go check her out. And back to stuff that not everybody wants to hear, so thank you for being here. I appreciate you all, and let's get into life. Thank you if you're sticking around. Yeah, my operation got cancelled, so there I was upstairs, just packing up my bag. I'd gotten up early. My operation was in the afternoon, so my admission was 11:30 in the morning for a 1:30 operation, and I was just packing my bags, and I was getting ready to. I've got some piercings that aren't that easy to get out, so this is hard. That's a screwball. This is easy. That pops out. That's hard. So the idea was that I was going to take all the hard ones out, because I've got a pair of forceps to undo everything. Sorry, I bashed. And just put little holding acrylics in, just to make life easier when I got there. I was just about to start to take everything out. Thank God he called me before I started all that. But you know, I still haven't put my rings back on. Actually, I haven't put my earrings back in either, have I? Naked earlobes. Oh no. Yeah, and he rang, and I recognised his voice because I've had a few appointments with him now, and I'm thinking, oh, this can't be good. Thankfully I sat down. We had a cyber attack in this country a few weeks ago, and it affected the NHS, and it's basically meant that they don't have enough blood in stock to do my operation, and he's not prepared to go ahead without blood being in stock, because he's reasonably certain we're going to need it. Now, I don't know if you know anything about this stuff, but if you only lose a little bit of blood in an operation, they can give you an infusion, which is just adding iron into your blood to make sure that it rebuilds itself. If you get to the point where you need a transfusion, i.e. more blood, that means you've lost quite a lot. So that's a scary thought, but I'm in good hands. That's fine. So he said, you know, there's not enough blood. We need to wait. He said it's going to be about 4 weeks. I said, okay then. Respect to him. He called me himself instead of making a secretary do it. Absolute respect for that. Because, you know, it's a stressful time. I'd got myself into that zen place of, you know, this ain't going to be easy. This ain't going to be fun, but, you know, the end result is going to be worth it. Got myself there. And then, yeah, it's all over. So my husband had taken the day off. My sister was almost on the way to come and collect me, because it's in her town, so she had to come to collect me from my town half an hour away to take me back to her town. My husband doesn't drive. It is a pain in the arse, but what can you do? Yeah, so he took the day off, so we took the bus into town. We had a nice lunch. I had a beer. I think the nervous energy just kind of burned all the alcohol off on the spot. And we jumped in a taxi home and then just chilled out. And that Friday and that weekend is an absolute blur. His birthday was on the Sunday. I made sure he had a good birthday. I'd hidden presents around the house. I'd left him pictures and clues where to find them. It's a good job I was here, because he had no idea. I mean, I put them in obvious places. One was underneath my desk, one was in my knitting basket. down here where I sit. I mean, it couldn't have been more obvious, but he couldn't find them. So it was a good job I was here. And he had a nice birthday and everybody made a fuss of him. And that was great. So yeah, my new date is the 13th of September. Friday the 13th. Joe, I'm not superstitious. I'm really not. I always say 13 is a good lucky number for me. So the universe is obviously doing what it needs to do. I'm in good hands. I just need to get there. I'm knackered. My back is excruciatingly painful. Painkillers just aren't touching it. But I'm getting there. It's going to happen. And the bonus is, depending on your viewpoint, because you're still here, so you must like my podcasts. The bonus for you is you get a couple more in-person podcasts before I disappear off. So that can't be bad, can it? Oh, you've got to laugh. So yeah, I think that's it, really. He's going to be back from the dog walk very soon, and he's going to disturb us. So it's probably best that we leave it there. And the video that I had set up for today, I've moved that out to next week so that we can keep our usual schedule. So next week you're going to see me drum carding some fibres, and clearly before I go for my operation there will be time to actually film me spinning it into yarn, so that'll be nice. I'll have to think up some other videos to keep you occupied while I'm recovering. Maybe the unpicking the cast on edge. I'm sure there's loads of people that would like to see that. I can think of a couple at least that would be like, oh, I need to see. So there you go. Thank you for watching, everybody. I do appreciate you being here. Have a lovely fortnight, week, however long it takes me to get another one up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.